afternoon. I'm Kyle Martin.
Hello, Kyle. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. I am your travel host, Kevin Riley. Welcome to the Orbis Noctem Intergalactic Transportation Station, your one-stop shop for all things interplanetary, right here in orbit above our lunar city. I trust your Starship flight for Earth was enjoyable?
Well, it started off okay, but I was feeling nauseous after leaving the Earth's gravity. I've been feeling better since walking around the station, though. I didn't imagine it being so big. I counted 76 docking gates. Hopefully our shuttle flight down to the Orbis Noctem Regeneration Resort goes better. I don't want to be sick for the start of my rehab vacation.
I take it this is your first time in space? Well, now that you're in the artificial gravity of the rotating space station, your knowledge should go away. As you can see by all the Starship activity, the Orbis Noctem economy is booming. Exciting times.
Kyle, this is our shuttle pilot, retired colonizing engineer Tom Nguyen. He knows a thing or two about the space station. As one of the lead engineers on the colonization team, Tom spent his entire career rotating between the station and the lunar service building in the city what we now know as Orbis Noctem. One of the main reasons for lunar colonization was to produce resources for deep space travel. The city's main exports are helium-3, the fuel for clean nuclear fusion technology, and liquid oxygen and hydrogen, which are invaluable rocket fuels.
Alright everyone, let's get to our takeoff positions. Time to leave the station and head on to the city. I've done this trip over 1,000 times. When we were building the Orbis Noctem outpost, I was the engineering lead that prepared the surface for habitation. Our safety engineers required ground crews to routinely rotate between the low-G lunar surface and the artificial gravity of the space station. Some days on, some days off. This schedule prevented the bolus and organ calcification experienced by extended stays in low-G environments. As soon as we lift off and clear our dock, you two can activate the holo table to give Kyle a holographic tour of the city. I'll join you once on autopilot.
From what I remember from lunar history, the first crews built the surface buildings by inflating flexible exostructures and used lunar regolith to 3D print a hard exterior shell onto these buildings to protect them from solar radiation and meteoroids. Yet another challenge of colonizing the moon. The life support system within these structures uses an electrolyzer, which converts water to hydrogen and oxygen. The oxygen is used for breathing, and the hydrogen is stored and collected for use as backup power in hydrogen fuel cells. The carbon dioxide exhaled by the crew is removed by an algae scrubber, where the CO2 is then converted back to oxygen and energy for algae growth. The algae are used as feed in the aquaponics process, which produces fresh fish and produce.
After the outpost was fully operational, Tom's engineering team deployed the Sabre systems to tunnel into the subterranean lava tubes where the city is built. Mechanical engineers from the Orbis Noctem Boring Company designed the Sabre technology, which stands for
Surveying Autonomous Boring Extraction Rover.
Using lunar positioning data from the early exploration of the area, Sabre used Lunarly satellites to precisely tunnel into the main lava tube. They continuously analyzed the composition of the boring spoils and geotagged all highly varied layers to reach extraction. Tunneling waste regolith and rock from the operation was recovered and stockpiled for element refining.
Well, I'm really glad the Orbis Noctem city planners envisioned the city as more than just an industrial center. The subterranean city layout provides all the essentials we've come to expect from a major city. A pleasant, constant 75-degree Fahrenheit climate, open public spaces, a high-speed transportation network, and multi-use buildings for living, entertainment, and shopping, and activities for everyone. It truly is a tropical oasis on an otherwise dismal space rock. I'll bet you're looking forward to your 2-week getaway to relax and recuperate from your joint surgery in the low-G lunar environment.
Yes, I read that before any surface work was performed, electrical engineers developed and deployed the Lunar Link, power, networking, and positioning satellites in geosynchronous orbit over the city. In addition to providing communications and lunar positioning, the solar collectors, in constant line of sight with the sun, produce an uninterruptible supply of electricity. The microwave generators convert this electricity into microwaves and beam down to antennas on the surface, where the microwaves are then converted back into electricity. This is the same technology used to power our city today. What would a city be without a reliable power source?
True. Let me add here, chemical and mechanical engineers from the Orbis Noctem Boring Company designed the laser technology
Lunar Asset Solar Element Refinery.
The tunneling waste regolith and rock is fed into solar furnaces where water and helium-3 recovery occurs. Heliostats focus the sun's rays onto the furnace tubes. At 100 degrees Celsius, water is vaporized, then condensed, and is sent for water treatment for drinking or to electrolyzer where oxygen and hydrogen are produced. At 600 degrees Celsius, helium-3 evolves and is collected and compressed.
The final step is when heated regolith and rock is conveyed into a 950 degrees bath of molten calcium chloride salt. An electric current is introduced, and the metal and mineral oxide bonds break down, releasing oxygen where it is collected, compressed, and stored. The molten metals are collected for further processing. Oh, it's time for me to get back to the controls for our final descent.
I can't wait to get into the city to experience subterranean lunar living. I already feel safe entering with the airlock design to maintain the life-sustaining atmosphere that keeps out harmful regolith dust from the city. Gravity produced by the rotating buildings and the artificial day/night light cycle provided by LED lights on the lava tube roof will make it feel just like home. I'm impressed that the democratically elected city council was able to develop the city as a zero waste zone. Food waste is used for compost, wastewater is filtered and recycled, with the remaining waste used as fertilizer, carbon dioxide is used for plant photosynthesis, and reusable containers eliminate packaging waste.
Once you get settled in, you can take the high-speed underground train system to the Moonball Stadium to catch tonight's match. The domed skylight reflecting off the river is truly a sight to be seen.
I can't wait to get into this lunar city.
Well, guess what? We've landed. Welcome to Orbis Noctem.